Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Jobless Weebs. I'm Brian. Oh yeah, episode 28.
28.
Episode 28. Wow. Of course, with us today is myself, Brian, and
Marco, the big red Mexican.
That's right. So we are getting some heavy snow now. Just like a quick thing.
I almost killed myself
crazy.
going to work yesterday.
Really? Oh no, dude, it's really scary.
I mean, you work from home, but
I'm all right. So I don't have to worry about that.
I was worried I
bad.
was going to isekai someone. But good for me that
oh dude, that's, oh my gosh. Okay.
You finally get it.
Oh no! It just reminded me of a movie that I saw last night, and it almost made me cry. Where she almost got isekai. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so
it was really sad. I'll have to mention it too.
Normally, the time that I start working, it's very early in the morning. So yeah, no worries about isekai in anyone now or in the future, hopefully.
Oh yes. Yeah, we have had some big announcements
this
recently.
week, right? Yeah, I did get to see them, and we were talking about it before we started recording.
Yep.
Why? Because that was a terrible idea. We should have recorded ourselves, like the first reaction.
Oh yes. Ooh, that would have been really cool. Like we'll record as we watch. I love those videos with reactions. Yes. I do have some screenshots.
Okay.
That I could share with you. But yeah. Oh, that would have been so much fun.
Yeah,
it's very long though.
Like the first reaction is like, as you're discussing it, it's like, it's just so great because the next time, even sometimes, if you try to replicate what you were doing, it goes alright, but sometimes it feels really fake. So it's like, boy. Like, I should have recorded before.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to replicate that. Oh man. But yeah, I'll try to relay as much as I remember.
All right,
the good stuff. Hopefully everyone has seen it, or if not, that's okay. Makoto Shinkai's new movie. It is Suzume no Tojimari. It's gonna be amazing. It's set to release next year.
I believe fall 2022, right?
That's right. And it's basically right on the mark too. Every 3 years he comes out with a new movie.
Really?
So he's like just sitting down and whoa.
That's impressive. It's like, kind of like that meme for Patrick is like, who eats kangaroo burger at 4 a.m. and Patrick is like, 4 in the morning.
Oh yeah, 4 in the morning. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, just like that.
So he was like, 3.5 years. Okay, new movie.
Yep, new movie. Yep, he's like, let's get to it. With the previous ones, Your Name and Weathering with You, some of the big ones he did. And then there are also Garden Words that also connects with the teacher, the main girl in Garden Words, Yukino. And of course he's done other things before, like 5 centimeters per second, and like Children Who Chase Lost Voices, Voices of a Distant Star is another one. So yeah, he's had quite a few. Those are like shorter ones, and they're a lot. I would say they do set up kind of like the Shinkai mood and the feeling that he's going for in his big films, but definitely his big films are the ones that people recognize and really like know him from.
I mean, I think that one of probably if not one of his most famous movies is Your Name.
Absolutely.
Weathering with You was very good, but I don't think that it even passed.
No, that's right. Yeah, Your Name, it was like the #1 blockbuster for that. It was amazing. Tons of fans watched it, which was really cool. It's really cool to see how he like connects every one of them. Sometimes you can see different characters in various movies, like in in Weathering with you, you can see Mitsuha and Taki-kun, which is really cool. And then you can see Yukino in Your Name, which is also really awesome. I think we saw Weathering with You in theaters.
Yeah, when was that? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was about 2 years ago. I think it was before the pandemic hit.
That's right.
Yeah.
I did have a poster though. Where did I leave it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I have no idea where I left it.
Got a poster. Yeah. Oh no.
It should have been here.
Oh man. Yeah.
I think I know where it is, but
okay.
I do remember watching it, and it was great. It was I teared up a little bit, and you know the teenage drama.
Ooh yes, yes, yeah. Like the world is messed up, and so this kid is trying to like deal with that.
Yeah.
But the world is just too.
The world's messed up. It's like I don't care if the world goes to heck.
Yeah.
I just want to be with you. And it's like that is just the most romantic yet childish thing that I've ever heard. Somewhere. Like, everyone can die. But not you.
And we'll be together, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So it's like, dude, just like let it be the sacrifice, and all Tokyo is gonna be all right.
Wait. Oh no.
I mean, I know that's not the point, but that was not the point. But
but it's like that idea. Oh gosh.
We're like,
and it just totally
from an utilitarian point of view. It's like
utilitarian.
You could have give up the girl. To save an entire city. Not that I mean, they didn't mention about anyone dying in the floods or whatever. But
I mean, what we saw.
Well, as well, it's Japan, so it's like you don't know the kind of infrastructure that they have.
Oh yes.
But still, it's like one girl or like millions of people well-being. It's like, one girl.
One girl. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Which is. Oh yeah, it like goes against that whole idea, and also I think with some like Japanese sentimentality too, very focused on like collective, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was very shocking for that decision of his to go with her. Of course, it's great for the romantic side, but it was, I think. Yeah, it was just shocking.
Yeah. He was also the one that caused it pretty much.
Oh.
Because he posted like, oh yeah, the weather girl, like.
Oh yes, they had a business going.
Yeah,
they did, and so it's like Sunshine Girl.
It's because she was
wedding or something.
She was. What was she doing? Praying or singing?
So I believe from what I remember, she goes and she like prays. For sunshine, and then it happens.
But every time that she would pray for sunshine, she would get like closer to being a sacrifice to the dragon or like
sacrifice. Yeah, to the.
It was kind of like
a dragon. Right? Yeah, because they did go to. Like a holy place, a shrine.
Right.
From what I remember, they go there and they see the mural on the ceiling, and it's like all these clouds. There's this dragon, and the tradition is that the priestesses, they would pray and then they become the sacrifice.
But they like very old school kind of thing.
Very old school ideas. Traditional
more than Japanese vibe. That gives me more vibes of like Aztec vibes. It's like, our god is mad, bring the virgin.
No. Okay, I see what you mean. It is like that. Very, very old. Very traditional. Oh my, Aztec. Because it was very like natural gods.
Right, and though no one outside of the main characters ever knew what happened. They were like, it just started raining. There was this girl that whenever she prayed, it stop raining.
Ah.
And other than that, they were clueless.
And they were clueless. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Because what the average person would see is that it just starts raining one day and it just continues raining and raining and raining.
Right.
And that's the end of the movie when Japan is flooding. Everything is like.
But it was only raining in Tokyo, right?
Yeah. Most of the movie was in the city.
Because I do remember from the movie at the end of the movie they were like, like a huge part of Tokyo it's already underwater.
Yeah. So yes, that's what they did say that.
And that was kind of like funny.
Right.
Because it's like
for an audience
from like the previous movie, it didn't happen in Tokyo.
Correct. It was
a meteorite.
Yeah.
in the countryside, and it connected to Tokyo because what was his name?
Because Taki-kun, he lived in the
city in the future.
Yeah. Oh yes, in the future because well, it's been a long time, so they were switching, and it was a 3-year difference when they switched. For him, it was his past, quote unquote. For her, it's like when the meteorite hits and stuff.
Yeah.
So and then it was so crazy how they messed with time in that movie.
Yeah.
Time moves on.
And you wouldn't think that all that time that they switched bodies, they even bothered to check the year.
Yeah. Like, who would have thought? Like, they have and they always do the notes and they mess with each other in their phones.
You would think, so right? And
like what's the date?
Yeah, like I guess like if you look just at yourself and normally just said like month and day.
Maybe the day. Which day it is.
So
day of the week. Yeah. But then again, it is like a dream. So maybe it's like also like, well, for them it would feel like real life in the other person's body.
Yeah.
So it is kind of odd no one freaked out, but I guess it was like a secret. But it is hard remembering details in a dream afterward.
Right.
So I guess afterward they would just
because there's a point where he completely forgets. So probably they did look at the year, but they didn't remember everything.
Yeah,
so,
that could explain it.
Yeah.
But it is very, very
probably
funny.
I'm reading too much into it, but I like.
Oh sure. Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, one of the things that I found that I find interesting from him, from his movies, from like his last 3 movies and a fourth one coming next year, is that they are in the same world, yet the main character changes. It's like there are several main characters depending on what you're talking about.
That's right. Each movie is their own set of problems, their own worldview that they're dealing with, and each one has their own heroine, and of course the guy that they interact with. But it's so cool. Oh man.
Yeah, I think it's cool because several movies is like there's always the main character.
Yeah.
And or like the main villain, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes like, wait, what about that secondary character? Could he be like the main character of his own story? And because that was basically it. It's like in Weathering with You, Taki-kun.
Oh yeah,
was just a secondary character.
Yeah,
like,
you barely you see
you
him,
barely see him,
and that's it. Yeah,
like, he makes an appearance, and just like, it's him.
Right. And I remember being in the theater. We watched it, and we were like,
and you see her like
Mitsuha, also,
and you're like, it's her, and I'm like, wait. You're not a main character anymore.
It's so.
What's up with that?
They're like, it's like, you're just secondary characters now. Oh man.
And it's like, you're there, you're minding your own business, covering from the rain, because like You had your moment, which was a
amazing, huge hit.
Rock on fire, literally.
Oh, yes.
But now you get to be a secondary character on these guys' movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just hoping for them, like the four of them, to appear now on the next movie.
I want that to happen too. Actually, yes, I want it so bad. Yeah. Well, it could happen. Even though, so in the announcement video, I watched it earlier today. Makoto Shinkai, he did say that a lot of fans are like expecting like an Avengers type of reunited thing, but of course he said don't expect that. But of course maybe they are cameos. I'm definitely expecting that. He also said that we will see a lot of different people around all the regions of like Japan. He describes it as like a roadshow movie. Yeah. So it sounded really cool from what he said. The doors that we see on the promotional like picture, the door apparently leads to different areas in Japan. So he said expect to like see people from like all walks of life, different generations. And so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they open up the door and maybe they'll see.
So it's not only different geographical parts. It's
the supernatural part of it.
It's also some time travel. I would guess.
Oh, at least dimensionally. Yeah. Maybe time travel.
Well, yeah, not proper like time travel, but like if you open the door, let's say that you are at the same day where your grandparents are teenagers, maybe. Is that what he's referring to?
That happened in Mirai. But yeah, I think this one is just going to be like...
Okay.
This is going to be like... I think this is going to be one timeline. And what's happening is that it's like post-apocalyptic. Of course, Japan is flooded. Right. Shinkai has flooded Japan now after Weathering with You. So I'm not sure if they said any time differences yet. Okay. But yeah, Japan, they have a certain word for it. I forget the name for it, but it's these buildings that are he describes it as like a word that means modern skyscrapers in Japan that are ruins now. They're like aged. They have like vines growing over them, windows broken, things of that nature. Just like in the picture with the promotional picture.
It must be several years probably after
it's gotta be.
With You.
Yes, it's gotta be. So yeah, think like post-apocalyptic. He also said there's a lot of depopulation. A lot of people are like it's a lot emptier than you would see, and I think he was inspired also a little bit by the pandemic. He was asked if they'll show the pandemic, but he said that it'll just kind of like be a side thing, not really shown, or not really a thing really. But yeah, there'll be like a lot of empty areas. So yeah, it's more of like post-apocalyptic.
This seems like very different from his other movies.
It
seems very ambitious, trying to show a desolate geographic area, because in the other two movies you still see people living their lives like a regular day, but now in this one it's like their population modern cities turn into ruins.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
And
like,
apparently they'll open these doors that connect different ruined cities together, all across Japan apparently. So yeah, oh man, it's really ambitious. Really ambitious.
we'll see what
Oh yeah.
we'll see what's going on, and we'll definitely go watch it. And
Yep. I'll probably watch it a few times, couple or three. Yep. Yeah.
the first
Really
one
looking forward
sub,
to
the
it.
next one dub, the next.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sub to dub, maybe alternate, maybe the next one. Yeah. I'm planning on it.
Oh boy, there was a movie that I wanted to watch. That I think it's going to be released here next year.
Ooh.
But I haven't found it in, my other means.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's called, I mean, if I find it, I would like to talk about it.
Oh yeah, totally.
But yeah, apparently it was released on October the 29th of this year. It's called Sing a Bit of Harmony.
Oh, sing it! Oh yes.
Yeah. I know
The Android
Utagoe
one.
wo Kikasete. Yeah, the Android one. Like the AI.
Yes, the AI. Yes. Oh yes. The trailers look.
I looked at the trailers and I wanted to talk about it, but I was trying so hard to find the movie, but it's like, oh boy.
I tried to, but yeah, it looks like we'll have to wait for the official release.
Yeah, it's not like, well, even Bell. It took us a while to find Bell.
That's right.
And it's been released now early next year.
Yep.
So like in a couple of weeks, I guess.
That's right. Yeah. The release to theaters across North America is January 14th.
Yeah. So it's
the 12th and 14th.
Pretty close,
opening.
like a month.
Yeah.
Well,
very soon.
By the time this video comes out, probably like 3 weeks.
Yep. That's right.
3 or 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Oh yes. Yeah. Yep. Belle, I'll be singing a couple times. Yeah. Sing a Bit of Harmony. It looks really like fresh.
Oh yeah.
Really, because this AI, she sings to like make the main character happy.
Oh yeah, and she has like
awesome.
a wide set of skills.
Oh yeah. Being an AI, yeah. God, that part of it kind of reminds me of The Day I Became a God. But by PA Works.
Right.
But of course, this girl is an actual AI.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, the other girl was.
She was
implanted on the basically. But,
yeah, that's true. Brain chip or something similar like that. Like
it was like a supercomputer.
Yeah, supercomputer in her brain. Yeah, hooked up. Yeah, that's right. This upcoming year is going to be a big year for anime movies. Like, big year. Yeah. Shinkai movie, those two movies, like Bell itself, it's going to be big, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, and I hope you guys like this video.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really excited to see that movie.
Oh, yeah.
And this is all for today, I guess, right?
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
And see you guys next week. Keep watching anime.
Yep.
See ya.